Hello everybody, my name is Invicta. Welcome back to Ball Pit here on the channel. Well, wasn't that conclusion to the last episode interesting, to say the least. So I think that I will probably refrain from doing more of the tactician and the radical runs for now, just because it did kind of destroy the mood of the last video. But I want to say thank you again very much to everyone who's been supporting and actively watching the Ball Pit videos here on the channel, because it's been awesome. People have been noticing and mentioning that I need to keep upgrading my upgrades, and I know that as well. It's just something that I get kind of lazy about, because I'm just like, I just want to get in there and start I just want to start clearing more stages, man. That's what this game does to you. It's an addictive, satisfying gaming experience. I think it's the nicest thing you can say about anything these days here. So we have to go through more Snowy Shores here, and the warrior needs it. Obviously we got it done with the Codge, thank goodness. So we got a lot of the more annoying characters out of the way. Spendthrift is obviously okay, but I think that we're gonna go with Juggler. I don't mind going with the Juggler and Physicist, but I think that Juggler and warrior should be okay. We could go Juggler and Shade too, but I think that's counterintuitive. Also Sisyphus wouldn't be too bad here with the Juggler as well, as he does kind of complement the AoE. So we'll try that. We'll go for the makeshift Sisyphus with the Juggler and get rocking and rolling in New Game Plus, because I want to just keep on plugging away, man. And yeah, you know, let's see if Fast +4 could do it. As always, everyone, thank you very much for the support on the Ball Pit series, and Megabonk and Isaac. Man. So we had the Satan Ball last time, and it really wasn't all that impressive. Now we go lasers. Remember, I have to remind myself that we have the Sisyphus here, so I mean, let's go Spike Collar, I guess. So the Sisyphus will limit us from actually dealing any kind of damage other than AoE. So we need lasers, we need we need like Wind Ball, Earthquake Ball especially. And of course the Juggler is nice, because at least that helps us kind of aim our shots more accurately. As yeah, I mean, overgrowth flash could be a thing like instantly, because we already have the Lightning Ball here. Get Pressure Valve also AoE. And just goes very well with what we need for this run to be. But fast difficulty in NG Plus is just, it's brutal, man. Like, it really is pretty hardcore. We can go for Fire Rate here, or go for the Fleet Feet. I think Fire Rate should help us out, assuming that we do have our special balls here. Lots of damage there. Even then, as you're seeing here, we're still getting kind of bodied right now. So got to get that Overgrowth Ball immediately. This is going to be the Cell Ball and the Earthquake Ball, and yeah, there we go. I mean, if we can live to get Flash Overgrowth here, it's going to be a big deal. We'll basically make this difficulty for this clear very easy. Yeah, still got to dodge though. We're taking down the back line, but the problem is whenever we don't have any baby balls, that's going to really hinder our ability to take down anything close range. So there's our Flash. Now all we have to do is get one more level on Overgrowth, 2 more levels on Flash, and a Reactor, and then it's off to the races. We'll see if we can make it happen. I do like the Sisyphus, though. He's a character that you do have to kind of play around, but the Juggler can more than make up for that, because we have such easy targeting with our shots. We don't have to worry about any front-facing shields or anything like that. We just do it. Let's see. I'm gonna go for. Maybe we could go for a Light Ball for Vanish, or for not Vanish, but lasers. Give me a Banish. Give me a Banish. Free item reroll here. Vampiric Sword might be a little much, but if we can manage to get the Overflowing Goblet, we might be able to out-tank stuff. There's the Flash Ball. Gotta just try to get through this boss first. There's our last level of overgrowth. Can we get out of here? I'm getting chain frozen. We did get there. And we are going to get flash overgrowth here. So fusion, we're going to go flash and then overgrowth. And that is there you go. That's the second best ball in the game, in my opinion. Second only to Black Hole Sun, of course. As a mega combo that easily cleared up the screen for us. So now we have a little bit of breathing room. Gonna go for another earthquake ball here. And with how there it is, overflowing goblet. With how the flash overgrowth ball works, plus Sisyphus's bonus damage for AoE, this should be an easy walk-off to kick off just kick off a new week of Ball Pit. We have a couple days left before the end of 2025, and what a year it's been for the channel. Really happy with the way the 2025 went for us. It was just good. An evolution. Oh yeah, that's right. Soul Reaver. Definitely one of the better years for the channel, and it's been awesome being able to kind of branch out. You know, obviously still doing Isaac, of course, but being able to expand and have success covering other games other than Isaac has really been one of my favorite parts about this year. So I'm really happy that people are enjoying Ball Pit still, and Mega Bonk, of course. Could try to set up for some kind of crazy play here with the Maggot Ball. Okay, we didn't have a we don't have the. Oh man, I didn't think that I didn't know that the vertical. I didn't realize that the vertical laser wasn't done. Now it's done though. Only laser beams to go, but I doubt that we probably won't see another cell ball, and even if we do, we're gonna run out of track here. But obviously, the big story is gonna be overgrowth flash, just wiping the screen for us, earning us some money, getting some early dunks. Yeah, I don't know about continuing on with I'm just gonna banish everything here. I don't know about continuing on with the Tactician and Radical. It is a fun way to end the videos for sure, but if we get another run like that, I'm still going to do it for now, but if we get another run like Saturday's run, then probably not. Oh, well, we did actually get another cell ball. But we're definitely going to run out of track before anything else happens. We can't really fuse anything. We just max these out here. I could have tried to fuse Broodmother and Earthquake, but I actually don't know if Broodmother even spawns extra balls, since they're supposed to be baby balls. So take some gold here. Yeah, I'm recording this on Saturday, so I don't know what the reaction to the crawl run is. It's the first crawl run that we've ever had in Ball Pit. So maybe people liked it. I don't know. There's people who do genuinely enjoy the crawl runs for Isaac, so maybe the same market is there. We basically just keep the reticule on the boss, and then just let these two just kind of go at it while I just do the dodging. That's what I love about the Juggler, and I think that the Juggler is honestly one of the most top tier characters, just because you can just do this. Like my right hand isn't even on the mouse right now because it doesn't need to be anywhere else. So I can just focus on dodging rather than trying to aim as well as dodge. I don't really care about being frozen, to be honest. Got more than enough life leech, and look at our HP too. It's just glowing white hot down there. And I think that the Icebound Queen is going to be Icebound dead here in a second. Face tanking the first run of the week. There we go. Get more gears, get a lot of gold. That was actually the last amount of gears that we needed. Whoa. So 1,269 kills. I'm curious to see, let me know in the comments down below, what are your stats? What are your stats like on what levels and your scaling stats and everything on your characters are? I want to know if we're on the right pace or if I'm really far behind on the scaling stuff. 4.15 million damage for Flash Overgrowth, and that's no surprise considering how long we had it. And yeah, far and away #1 on damage. That might even be the most damage that we've ever done in only 86 launches. Almost 10,000 DPS. That is nuts. Yeah, Flash Overgrowth is just too good not to have. I mean, it really is just insane. A little cheeky harvest here as we've blown through all of our resources right now. There we go. And we go right back into another snow festival run. It's now a snow festival. The Flagellant. Yeah, we can do that. And who else needs Snowy Shores? I worry about Shade sometimes here, to be honest. Spendthrift is, yeah, Spendthrift is a go. Spendthrift, Flagellant, this should be no problem here. I don't know about Fast 5. We'll see. We might get bodied here. All gonna depend on what we get. We could try to set up for the Maggot Ball. And Baby Rattle's good. Oh my gosh, that was just mesmerizing. But the Flagellant, you definitely want a Baby Ball build. The BBs are going to be far and away your most important source of damage. Ballsy is 100% more damage after hitting the back of the field. Otherwise, damage is reduced by 20%. I think it's a good go there. And we need a Cell Ball really bad. I'm going to try to set up for the Maggot Ball and Holy Laser. And yeah, I mean, Cornucopia is very good for any Baby Ball focused build. I think we need to roll kind of hard. Yeah, the Silver Bullet's no good here. I don't want to banish anything right now. Give me a reroll. Hero Cloak, no thank you. We're probably just going to get this Fusion here, so... Pressure Bow's fine. Fusion Reactor, we could go for something like the Nosferatu Ball, but obviously I'm pretty underwhelmed with that. I'm hoping that that's one ball that gets kind of a buff eventually. I don't know how Kenny's Son goes with actual balancing. Oh, there we go. We got our Cell Ball. One more level, we can get the Maggot Ball. There we go. So now we just need the horizontal laser. And then it's off to the races. Then we need one more. We actually need 2 more reactors to get where we want to be. There's 1, but we don't have the levels. Give me Breastplate. I like the damage reduction. Let's get Cornucopia out of the way. So far, this duo is easily clearing here. I mean, easily clearing. Just constant source of damage that we're dealing here. There's our fully leveled up Cornucopia as well as the laser. Still no horizontal laser though. Try to get a reroll, maybe get lucky with the ball. We don't really need gold right now, so I'm willing to go pretty deep for this laser roll. Without banishing. I probably need to start banishing though. I can't exit the screen because obviously there we go. Alright, so let's go for a fission. Air levels, and now we have the Holy Laser. Then it's going to be one more. We need a couple more lasers, or try this again. We need a couple more levels to get the Holy Laser and Maggot Ball combo. I think we need either one of these. There we go. BBs are king here. Man, we were one level away. That's the danger about walking up to the top of. Yeah, sure. We need to get rid of those two balls anyway. That's the danger of walking up towards the top of the screen whenever you're trying to get a particular build going. I want rubber headband here just because I think that the increased ball speed, the bounce speed is pretty nuts. We need to get one more level on the Holy Laser, and then we can fuse here. And then that's when things are going to go really bonkers. Maggot Holy Laser. We've seen this combo work wonders before. It's probably the maybe the third strongest combo in the game. It's definitely not Flash Overgrowth, and it certainly is no Black Hole Sun, but it's still pretty dang good. Up our rubber headband. We definitely need to get some special balls though, because right now it's just all BB and lasers. Look at the damage though. Look at those damage numbers just maul the boss. Love it. All right, let's get some more. Let's get some more status effects. Let's go for poison, and let's go for cell ball. I wouldn't mind a virus ball to be honest. Some levels on the mosquito ball as well. Noxious ball. Hey, I'm down for that. We have a lot of options here. We're going to easily dominate Fast 4. Evo, let's go for the Noxious Ball. A little crazy with it. Yeah, this is a super powerful combo. And I think that honestly, one of the more overlooked items, at least for me anyway, is the rubber headband. And what you're seeing right here is just it's just constant damage. I mean, it is ongoing, consistent damage. And we're hitting so fast, it almost looks like a dot, like a damage over time. That's how many times that we were just striking over and over and over again. I'm gonna go for a fuse here, a cheeky little fuse with Cell and Noxious. We have the Noxious Cell Ball, and let's see how many Noxious balls that we get going here. Yeah, there's a lot. And look how fast they're going too. I'm trying not to catch them because I want them to bounce off of the front wall. So we only have three special balls here, and we're still dominating. Dark ball. We go light ball just to blind stuff. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Go for lightning. But definitely something should be said for Maggot and Holy Laser. Just being up there and then one of the best, most powerful combos. And just look at the HP. Now on top of us dealing constant damage to the boss, we also are effectively canceling out every single projectile that the boss is doing because we have so many of our own that it's eliminating all those icicle shots. The only shots we can't eliminate are these, and I'm just going to sit here and be lazy about it. Yeah, there were supposed to be icicles there, and there weren't. Solid damage overall. Super solid damage. I'm curious to see what the BB damage is going to be on this. Down she goes. No more Icebound Queen. Slightly longer than the last one. These are the stats I was talking about, by the way. I'm curious to see what other people's stats are. And 3.3 million damage with the Maggot Holy Laser, combined with 2.3 million damage. So we technically did more damage than that last run. We factor in the baby ball damage along with the Maggot and Holy Laser damage. That is impressive right there. Especially since we were on a different difficulty. Although I will say, because we were on a different difficulty, a higher difficulty, the mobs had more HP, which means that there was more damage to deal. So you can only really take that with a little bit of a grain of salt, or in this case, a ball of salt. Yeah, we're just going to let our team kind of just harvest all willy-nilly style. And hop right back into it. So we got that one done. And now... Tactician and Radical. Do we let him do it? Do we let him do it? We've already got everything done. Oh, no, they still... Oh, wait, they need Vast Void. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to let them do that then. So we'll let these two knuckleheads take a crack at the Vast Void. And that'll be it officially for the base game levels, unless if I want to start getting the increased difficulties, but... Let's see what Tweedledee and Tweedledum does. And again, everyone, thank you for the support on the Ball Pit series. If you're enjoying yourself, make sure you click that like button. Sit back and relax, and let's see what these two knuckleheads do. Oh, Wagon Wheel and Ghost Ball. Oh, no, let's not have a crawl run this time here. We can't suffer through another 30-minute run. All right, so it looks like they're going to start off with the Virus Ball. Going for Broodmother, okay. And I am not looking forward to seeing how tanky the mobs are. The Vast Void in New Game Plus. Pretty weak shot there by the Radical. Looks like he is going to go for the Virus Ball first, I guess. Those little dark spots on the ground, by the way, those are void zones or black holes or whatever you want to call them. They essentially will eat the balls and then throw them up in the air, and then they get dropped. You see, every now and then you'll see what looks like a little raindrop fall down, and that's one of the baby balls making it into the void. Helo's Effigy. Well, it's probably good considering that these two never, ever, ever dodge. Lately, I don't mind the Healing Effigy all that much. Looks like they're going to go for the Noxious Ball instead, which is honestly fine. The Virus Ball might be slightly better for AoE. What was that shot? But it's not that much different, in my opinion, to the Noxious Ball. The Noxious Ball is a pretty wide range of AoE. But I like the way that the Virus Ball sort of spreads its debuff whenever they get a kill. So here comes the Evo, and they're going to go for the Assassin Ball. Another one of the Radical's favorite. Field clear there. So you're seeing all the balls kind of just falling down from the sky. I believe that there's no rhyme or reason for how the void balls get put back on the field. I think it's just random. There you go. The lightning ball. Okay. If you needed a reminder that the soundtrack to Ball Pit's good, I mean, the Vast Void song is pretty good, the theme. Still, though, I will always have a large portion of my heart, the Boneyard. That theme and that bass line is so good, and the chanting on the Skeleton King is just the best. I'd say that is the Green Hills zone of the ball pit. Went for the charm ball. Now I'm not gonna lie. The last time that they went for the charm route, they took us into that horrible crawl run on Saturday. So I'm hoping that we don't end up getting that route. What was that? Okay, Radical, we need you to step it up on the aim here, son. For another level on the assassin ball, finally maxing it out. There we go. Good damage there. The only thing I can see them doing here is either going, I guess, Noxious Lightning. I do have my hand on the mouse just in case the balls get kind of stuck like that in a loop. Just recall them and move on. You don't want to do that all the time, though, because you could inadvertently cost yourself some damage. There we go. Gonna go for Evo, and he is gonna go for the Love Struck ball. Which, again, I don't know if that's such a great idea, but it's not a matter of what I want. Oh no! Don't tell me that you froze again. If this keeps happening, I will stop playing these two. Come on, guys. And there's nothing I can do other than abandoning the run. All right, if that freeze happens again, that will be the last time that we see these two on YouTube. I was already kind of on the fence about it, and I was hoping that the freeze was just kind of a one-time thing. And I have seen the game recover after a freeze, but I won't tolerate it anymore. It's just a giant waste of time. So I hope that the developer fixes that. I'm guessing there's something in the code that just gets kind of stuck in the calculations for the aiming. I mean, I don't know. Like the game just forgets to spawn things and move down the track after a certain amount of time. Now, if there is a patch that addresses that issue and maybe improves on the AI a little bit for these two, specifically the Radical is the problem, then then I'd bring these two back. But we can't have. I just cannot have a game kind of brick itself and waste everybody's time, including my own. So a much less promising start here for the Radical. Not sure why he's not targeting the close one. There we go. And they're going to start off with the Blizzard Ball, which is not a bad ball. Freeze is nice. It's got a fairly wide range on the freeze itself, on the AoE. And whenever a mob gets frozen, they take increased damage. Oh no. Yeah, the Radical really loves his charm balls. I'm not sure why. Get another reactor here, and it's going to go to 3 levels. I mentioned this in another video. It definitely feels like we only get floor rolls now when it comes to the fission the fission results. Rarely do we see a 4 or a 5 nowadays, and it just felt like early on in the game we saw a much greater frequency before we upgraded the minimum level that we could roll with the fission. We found out we had a much higher frequency of the 4s and 5s, the higher end rolls. But I still maintain that, you know, obviously starting off with a base value of 3 on the fissions is still better than getting 1. So, ooh, a little bit of a curveball going for the lightning rod ball. Now I do like the lightning rod ball. That is a very, very strong status effect ball. Okay. Now, if he manages to fuse the lightning rod with Blizzard, that could be something that's worth watching. I don't know if that move was necessary there, Radical, but thanks for showing off your dance moves. All right, so we have a lightning rod in the boss. There we go. Just letting him bounce around a little bit more. May not make that much of a difference, but it is nice to be able to have a little bit of extra damage instead of cutting it off early. For the vertical laser, so I guess he's going for the laser ball. About to find out here. Still needs a level on the lightning rod, but I don't think he's going to get it. Oh, no. And he didn't choose it anyway. All right. The boss has got to be almost done. There he goes. Oh, and you got the lightning rod right before Evo. And again, he's going to go for the love struck ball. It honestly might be a love struck thing. The reason why the game freezes. Let's hope that it doesn't happen again. It's about where the game froze last time. Maybe if I recall the balls before they go to completion here, that might be better. Because as long as there are mobs on the screen, at least the game, I don't think, will freeze anyway. Really curious to see what he's going to do with this Blizzard ball and this lightning rod ball, though. I want to see the Radical fuse those two together. Wind ball. And not really taking any high impact, high damaging special balls for now anyway. Lightning rod is great, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather deal my damage immediately rather than every now and then. So far, so good. The game is not frozen. right, here we go. It's going to fuse. Lightning Rod and vertical laser. Okay. A little bit more out of left field. I mean, I guess in theory, the laser can apply more lightning rods than Blizzard, but now every application of the vertical laser is going to throw down a lightning rod, which we've seen before, or at least some type of variation. I think it was the Holy Laser lightning rod, which is a pretty good combo. I don't know if that was the intention there, the Radical. Going for a Love Struck level. Not entirely sure I know what these enemies on the Vast Void are supposed to be. We finally get another passive item. And he's gonna make another Blizzard Ball. Okay. Yeah, you lost me, Radical. I thought you had a plan going on there with Blizzard and Lightning Rod, but now I see that you were actually just on autopilot. Yeah, just not a big fan of the Radical or the Tactician, to be honest. They do some wacky, kooky, crazy things, but some of it legitimately just doesn't make any sense. And I can't honestly think of a way that I would improve the Radical or Tactician. I would just change them totally. I would just get rid of them or just change their functionality. Like, it's a neat idea to have the gameplay itself, but in practice, in theory, but in practice, yeah, they do a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense. Now, obviously, you don't have to play both of them at the same time. But because they are such a weird combo, the Love Struck Blizzard Ball. So I guess he really wanted his double Evo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would just totally just rework them if I were in charge, which I'm not. I would like to make a game one day, though. I definitely don't have any. I have zero coding or programming knowledge, so I wouldn't be able to do the code myself. I guess I could learn, but man, I'm already trying to learn so many things. I can only handle learning so much. I'm not like Orochimaru here trying to learn the entire world of everything. There's a reference. Radical using the void zone to his advantage there. That was pretty impressive shot. I definitely learned some things watching the Radical play, for sure. The importance of wall shots is vital. Understanding how the damage works in this game. It's not always just a straight shot straight to the target. You get a lot more benefit out of bouncing into a corner where they can actively just deal more and more damage to multiple targets. But that's where AoE comes into. I mean, AoE is extremely important in Ball Pit. Being an AoE, going to go for the Lightning Ball, which looks like the Storm Ball is in our forecast. I just don't. The charm mechanics in the game. I wish it made the enemies actually act on their own and turn against their backline and stuff. Like make them fire the same balls that the player has. I think that would be neat. Just thinking of ways that I would improve some of the more aligned balls out there. We're on the final boss here, the moon, and this should be interesting. I've never seen this fight done with the tactician before, so curious to see what they target first. Maxing out the lightning ball. Not getting a lot of damage out there. There are lightning rods on all the satellites. Trying to see what the plan is going to be here. That was a good turn. There's a lot of damage out there. They get the upturn hatchet. Weird that we're still picking up items here on the final boss. I feel like our level ups could have been used a little bit more intelligently. All right, one of the satellites is down. I'm trying to let the baby balls kind of finish out their path. And rejoice, Mosh Pit, because this is the last time we're gonna have to see these two on, I think, any level in general, even if the game doesn't freeze, which I don't think it's going to at this point. I don't think that these make good videos. You know, it's a novelty for a video or two, but I think that it's, you might like, as a player, not forget that I'm a YouTuber for a second. As a player of the game, you might as well, I could be doing something else. You know, let the game play itself, and then we'll check back in with you later. And I don't think that that's conducive to a good YouTube series. So I probably won't play these two again. We can say that we went through the base game with them, and let them play out together. But I think this would be the curtain call for these two, for the YouTube series. And I hope that Kenny Sun, it may be a Sinvicta complaint, I don't know. But I do hope that maybe some thought will be given to reworking these two, as it seems like they just don't need to exist in a game like this. But like I said, I might be in the minority here as far as the opinions of these two characters. Interesting idea in theory, but in practice it makes for kind of a, I don't know, an unsatisfying experience. But we can at least say that we beat the base game with them. We got everyone into the moon, and I'm satisfied with that. It's crazy that we're still getting upgrades here. There's a wild angle right there. Still dealing damage. That was a big hit there by the storm ball. 2,100 damage on the crit. We're still going. Yeah, that was some big time crits there by the blizzard ball. The frozen target. That was another 1,344 crit. But I mean, as always with everything on my channel, if you have an idea or opinion about you know, decisions like that, I'm always open to feedback from the mosh pit. If it's something that you enjoy this type of thing and you really enjoy these sort of auto runs, then let me know. I mean, I take everything under advisement. Here we go, Radicalize and Master General. We got those achievements. You can't see them down here, but I promise you they're there. And yeah, I think that will do it for us here. So the Tactician Radical have been completed, and that will be the sunset run for these two chumps here. So thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Ball Pit continues to roll on into 2026 and beyond. So again, thank you for the support on the series, everybody. Have a great day, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody.